What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I am Mfota Nzimbu, your African brother. I'm back again here for another video concerning us black people. We're gonna dive into this episode, before the chain. I always trying to speak about the invisible chain, the inner struggle within us, the trauma majority of us black people we don't recognize. But before we carry on, before the chain, please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe, because sometimes to get a message across to a lot of people, we need to push the message. The only way that can happen if you can like this video, spread. I'm not intelligent man. I'm not at all. But one thing that we all like to do is doing research and doing certain work so we can build our lives, because I believe we have to dig in deeper in our lives. What is inside of you as a person and what is outside of you as a person. But one thing that I discovered out, especially to us black people, I don't know our race. I'm only speaking about what it has been done to us, what it has been putting to us, the suffering that majority of us black people we've been going through. Welcome to the inner struggle, the invisible chain with Mfota Nzimbu. The trauma majority of us black people we don't recognize we have. Please like and subscribe. Now let's go to the video. Sometimes trauma, it doesn't go by one night. It takes time. Struggle, it don't just vanish. It takes time to remove. Pain is like when you broken your leg or you cut yourself. It don't just vanish. Or you Negro, or let me just put it like this. Us black people, we always think Jesus Christ is gonna come down and help us. But no, it don't work like that. But this video, I'm really speaking about us black people. The trauma that is within us is like a grass. When you see the plain and beautiful grass, straight away when you see, you admire the grass. In your mind is like, my gosh, I just want to walk to that grass or just chill around them grass. And when you see all them beautiful flower around them grass, you wanna chill. Some we take pictures, but beneath them grass or them flower, there's so much dirt. So much dirt. It's like how can all the beautiful flower and them grass grow under them dirt? It's the same as black people. We have so many black that they're very intelligent. Some of them, they came from hardship so much in a place that you could not imagine. Sometimes when I look at my life, I always think, oh my gosh, I am alive. How am I alive? Because the hardship, me and my brother, we went through. It's not easy, it wasn't easy, but we survived that. That's why I talk about the inner struggle, the invisible chain, so we can understand the struggle that is within us. So this episode is about before the chain. I said, before the chain, if you listen to my video, I talk about the inner struggle, the invisible chain within us, the trauma that we carry, even though ourselves, we don't know that, because majority of us black people, we focus too much in that beautiful flower. What is outside? We focus too much to appearance. How I look. People, they need to see me. I look fantastic, fabulous. That's what we focus, buying good trainers, good clothes, having a nice car. But inside, when you look deep, you dive in here, there's so much gunfire going on inside. So black people, we need to work both inside and outside. We have to work like that. We have to, because the trauma that was put in us is not easy. Do you know how hard it was for our ancestor? What they went through, the hardship is not easy. Some ignorant people, some ignorant black people, they'll say there was no slaving. Black people, they could have come out in slaving. Look, no. Let me just put it like this. My father was saying, when he was born in the 40, growing up in his own country. He said they have to whisper when they're talking about white people. If you white people they are around, they can't speak loud in their own country. So imagine being in prison in your own birth country. Imagine it. Indian America, how they felt. Other people, they taking over their land and they wiped a lot of them. It's not easy. So to hear a black person talking about there is no racism, there was no slavery. Some black, they even trying to degrade us African to say we're dumb. How can we let other people come to our land and take over us? Let me tell you this, when you in your house, a stranger knock in your door, you will sitting down in a living room, your own house, yeah? Because majority of people, they find this is like, it's funny. It's like, oh, black Africa, they're stupid. Just imagine this, you're living in your own home, peacefully. Your own house, living peacefully with your children. You're just chilling, enjoying your time, telling story to your children. And some stranger just rang the door, knocking your house door. And you went over there, you looked, you went, there's a stranger here. You open the door. No, you didn't think nobody attention about that person, but you open the door. The moment you open that door, the person is holding a gun in your head. What would you do? That person is holding a gun in front of your house while you open the door for that person, and they just barge in. And they kept you and your children as a prison inside your house. What would you do? Do you know you're going to be sweating, you're going to be shaking, you're going to be thinking, I have no way to defend my family. The moment you try, you're gone. But the moment your children, they try, they're gone. So what are you going to do? So that's the question I left for you, people that they always say, slaving, it didn't exist. Black African, they're dumb. Look, no. Before the change, the sun rise over the Africa savannery, birds singing, children running through a village, traders preparing a caravan. A map of African slowly appeared before the chains, before the ships, before millions were torn from their homes. There was Africa. There was Africa. Not a continent without history, but a continent of kingdoms, cities, scholars, farmers, artists, and traders, from the gold-rich empire of Mali to the kingdom of Congo, to the great Zimbabwe, to the great Zulu kingdom, to the city of the Hazara states. Africa was home to diverse civilizations, each with its own language, beliefs, and tradition. Bustling markets, blacksmiths forging tools, teachers instructing children, musicians, and families sharing meals, stories to everyone around them. Life was not perfect in any way possible in Africa. Oh, life was not perfect at all. Life, like every part of the world, Africa society experience conflict is normal. Alliances and change, but there were also places where families built life, community celebrated traditions, and generation passed down knowledge. As in Africa, it's like when you read the Bible, the way the Bible tells the story, just go to Genesis. When you see Abraham and Jacob, Abraham passing his knowledge to his children and to the people in the village, that was us in Africa. I still remember, when we was growing, our grandparents, they sitting down around everybody and telling story. Yes, it was like that in Africa. They will pass down knowledge to us, telling us how it was about their parents, their grandparents. That's how it was in Africa. Read the Bible, you'll see majority of the story in the Bible is completely like it was in Africa. The music had become quiet because nobody knew what is coming. Majority of the African people, they didn't know what it was coming. Remember I said African map slowly appeared because you got the European. They already start mapping Africa. Because in Europe, and they have conflict If you see, before World War One, the European, look at the country, it's tiny, because that's what they do. They have one a kingdom. They have one a kingdom. That's what they do. They want this part, that's what they do. And they separate themselves like that. So they run out of resource, and that's when they came to a place no African knew that. So imagine it, the music become quiet. No parents could have imaged that in the century ahead, countless family would be separate forever. European sailing ship appears on the horizon. Imagine the African, they're thinking, wow, what is that? What is that? The arrival of the European traders along African's coast would become part of a vast translator slave trade. European merchants working with some of African rulers and traders, as well as other intermediaries, bought and sold captive black people. The system grew over centuries and devastates millions of lives. The music, it become intense from quiet. When the African, they saw ships from far, they're thinking, what is that? What is it? Is that Jesus? The African, they was thinking, what is that? It just, the ship appeared coming down the land, and look at that. Countless lives would be separate forever, generation and generation. The cruelty of others. The music become intense when everybody they start screaming peaceful, and everybody saw stranger coming with weapon. That's when the Arabic already captive a lot of Negro. So imagine the Arabic, they're Muslim. They captive the Negro already, and you have other African, they are in peace. They didn't know that another chaos is coming, because you got all them Arabic, they already took North African. They already have before the arrival of the European. The story of slave is not simple. It involves greed, violence, cruelty of people, and political power, and human choices made by people from different society. That you have different society, the Arabic and the European. They came with so much different idea to captive different people, and it played a big role. Violence, greed, and cruelty. And at the end, they start calling the war. We pull peace, show them different society. We don't want to show them how to be civil. They call us savage, but we did not bring savage to them. They bring savage to us. They said they show us how to be civilization. They show us how to be civil in this world. But we was living in peace. How can you call the way we was living savage if we was living the way we want to live? You came into our land, took our people, prison our people in our own home, because you had guns and weapons, all of that. We fought all of them. But there was many that died. Yeah, they slaughtered. In humanity, you have two races that they've been slaughtered in a bad way. You got the black and the Indian American, the Australia, and also the Mexican ancestor. All of that, they went deeply. Understanding that complex does not lessening the suffering. It helps us understand how such a tragic became possible. Majority of our ancestors, majority of our people, they died for no purpose of reason. They were living peace until stranger came into the land. They pull trauma. They pull us in a situation we have now. Chaos after chaos after chaos. And it's really difficult for us not to come out from that chaos. From the sun rising in Africa, children playing in a village, to chaos where children, they start struggling to play. Children, they became prisoners to people that they don't look like them. They slaughter our ancestors. They slaughter our people. And at the end, they start saying, We show them how to be like human. In their eyes, they don't see us as human, but they slaughter us and they start calling us savage. We are not human in their eyes. Until this day, majority, they don't see us human. They see us as alien because of our skin, because of different nose. That's why they see us not human. They study us. They went through to poke us in so many difficult ways. Some they were alive when they were torturing them to examine what tick in us. Can you see? When somebody's trying to degrade our ancestor, what they went through, you are a bastard. That's who you are. You are ignorance. What our ancestors went through, we cannot take as a granted. So, welcome to the invisible chain, the inner struggle, the trauma that we carry that was put in us, and we're struggling to come out from that. Remember, two things I'm gonna say. You need to look deep with inside of you and outside. Don't just look outside. You need to look what is inside. Look deep, trying to correct and trying to examine and work on it. Work on yourself. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys to the next one. Peace.
The black man doesn't have to be taught to love the white man. The white man has to be taught to love the black man.